Buenas noches. Hello, Coach. Congratulations, Jenny Fernandez for ESPN. How to describe tonight is the game for your team? ¿Cómo usted describiría el juego de esta noche de su equipo?
Certainly pleased with the outcome. I think the first 45 minutes was a real challenge as far as the pressure that they applied. Some really dangerous service into the box where they obviously found their goal, which I thought was a well-taken goal. Of course, we could do better in our marking, but I think it was just a strong header and off of a strong cross. But, we put ourselves in some tough spots with turnovers, and they're, dangerous in transition. I thought their 1v1 attacking and being able to break pressure caused us problems. And then I think we slowed the game down in a better way in the second half and found some really good attacking moments and some really good goals. So I'm really pleased with how we, saw out the game and certainly the lead. Excuse me.
Vamos muy contentos por el partido, realmente fueron 45 minutos muy intensos. Como ayer se los mencionaba, el juego aéreo de Motagua era muy peligroso y justamente de esa manera encontraron el gol. En el segundo tiempo tuvimos mayores oportunidades, encontramos los goles, nos vamos con un buen resultado y como le mencionaba, muy contento con lo que pudimos hacer en el partido, con las transiciones, los cambios que logramos, los cambios que logramos a realizar en estos momentos y nos vamos muy complacidos por el resultado del juego del día de hoy.
Hey Pat, Carter Chapley, Cincinnati.com. I wanted to ask about your strategy coming into this game, particularly with your starting lineup and how that developed throughout the game, and about Pavel Bucha and his brace and how, considering his offensive output.
I'll try to slow it down so maybe you can have less to translate. I think as far as just the formation, we saw something different than we anticipated, with their defensive structure. So, early on there was, I would say, lack of certainty about how to, create more and have more space.
Tuvimos que hacer ciertos cambios de lo que fue nuestra alineación, realmente nos sorprendieron e hicimos ciertas combinaciones en la área defensiva, realmente al hacer los cambios logramos lo que nosotros queríamos obtener.
I think our shape defensively was fine early on. Excuse me. Like I said, in transition, that caused us some problems. And when we had, when we report technically, they capitalized on those moments and put our back line and Roman under some stress. I also think we conceded too many set pieces, and they were dangerous on those.
En esas transiciones, los cambios que logramos hacer fueron muy importantes. Sufrimos en sus momentos, pero logramos concretar los goles, que fueron los que nos dieron al final la victoria. Y esa transición defensiva realmente nos costó en su momento, pero lo logramos al final.
And that was one of Pavel's strongest games, aside from the goals, which he took well. I thought with the ball, very composed, connected great passes, and defensively put in a really good shift.
Defensivamente estamos en una muy buena forma, realmente nos dio resultado y todas esas transiciones fueron los que nos ayudaron a poder convertir los goles que realmente requeríamos.
Por acá, buenas noches. Corta la pregunta. Luego del 4-1, ¿cree que está resuelta la llave a su favor?
After the 4-1, you think the key is done for Cincinnati and Motagua?
Of course not. We have 90 more minutes. Our goal coming into this game was to be level or ahead after 90 minutes, and I'm pleased with the lead that we have. But if we think for a second that we're comfortable, that'll be a problem for us in the second leg. So I expect the same approach from our group.
Realmente no. Realmente no, porque faltan 90 minutos. Realmente tenemos que tener un approach de mejor manera para el siguiente partido. No podemos confiarnos y si nos confiamos nos puede pasar factura.
Hello, Mr. Good night. Taking into account Motagua's performance, do you surprised by the low level of the team?
No. In the preparation, and I think when I spoke to you guys before, we were concerned of their strength of wide service and Osmendi in the box, which he's such a presence and knows how to attack the ball. And that's where they found their goal and a lot of other dangerous moments. And like I mentioned, even when we thought our pressure was okay, they have players that are comfortable to work their way out of pressure on the dribble, and that causes problems. So I don't think there were surprises.
Realmente no creo que hubieron sorpresas. Justamente Osmendi logró el gol por la vía aérea, como lo mencionábamos. Hubieron muchos cambios en el momento y realmente nos llevaron a no estar conformes, no estar tan adecuados en el momento. Motagua estaba, a pesar de la presión, Motagua seguía generando más problemas. Última pregunta en sala, pasamos a digital después.
En español, primero. Buenas noches, Denis Villatoro para Canal 8 Deportes y Deporte Entre Líneas. ¿Esperaban este tipo de partidos o esperaban un poquito más de resistencia de parte de Motagua? Good night, congratulations. Did you guys expected a little bit more resistance from Motagua, or this is the game you guys were expecting?
In a lot of ways, I think it was what we expected. I don't think we handled maybe the first half as well as we would have liked. It got too chaotic at times, and I think that was our decision of how to control the tempo. When we had the ball, sometimes we played too fast, and it played into their strengths when we were not executing our passes, and they caused us problems. But if you were to say, would you take a 4-1 win against this team on the road? Of course, because it's hard to score 4 goals, and I thought we took our goals really well.
Realmente es muy difícil marcar 4 goles. Tomamos muy bien los 4 goles que logramos anotar. Hubieron momentos muy caóticos en los primeros 45 minutos que teníamos el balón se convirtió muy veloz en ciertas partes del juego, y realmente eso nos complicó ciertos momentos del partido, pero logramos sacar los 4 goles, que no son fáciles, pero un 4-1 logramos encontrar el resultado. We pass right now to the person who is in the digital way. We have Laurel Felder.
Thank you, and congratulations on the win. Kevin Denke and Evander both scored goals and had assists tonight. How important was it for you to see those 2 newcomers so effective right away? And then if I could sneak in another one, I know you don't like to talk about guys not on the pitch, but I understand it was the coach's decision to leave Luka off the trip. I was just wondering if fans can expect to see him on Saturday.
With Kevin and Evander, yeah, it was nice to see them on the score sheet. Anytime you come in as key pieces to a new team, there's going to be, expectations, and I think you saw what they're capable of tonight, and they were rewarded with 2 very nice goals. And Evander an assist as well. So I think Kevin could have had a couple more, some really good movements to get in behind. So I think you saw, even in a short amount of time, their ability to gel, and whether it was Yuya or Pavel on the other side, some really good actions to break pressure and to get us going to goal. So very pleased for them, and on their debut performance with our team, that was a nice reward for them. And a couple others, Alberto gets his first minutes with the group, as well as Stefan and Brian and Nunga and Lucas. So to have that many debuts and see a performance like that, I'm really pleased. And with Lucas' absence, yes, that was just a coach's decision. We'll see for the weekend.
Next question is going to be Pat Renner.
Pat, can you hear me?
We got you.
Beautiful. Congrats on the win. Safe trip home. And I'm wondering if, when you view this result in the light of the preseason you guys just finished, and the personnel comings and goings, not having a few, were you surprised at all about the margin of victory? And what do you think this says about just like the raw talent this team possesses to perform in the first competitive game of the year?
Yeah, I don't think I'm surprised, because I've seen, over the last couple of weeks, our attacking production and kind of the progress that we've made. And, you don't expect to go into a difficult atmosphere against a good team and score 4 goals every game. But based on the personnel and the talent we have, of course, that's a possibility. So I'm really happy with even now in a meaningful game, not to say that the preseason isn't, but this counts. And we saw similar production to the last 2 games of preseason. So, there's been a continuation there that, we can be excited about. I don't even remember. What was your other question? You still there, Pat?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I thought I was.
I don't know
thought
what
I
your
was-
other question was. I
Yeah.
forgot about the surprise of the group.
No, just about the, just like what this says about the team's
Yeah.
raw ability.
Yeah.
Just given the circumstances and what you had available versus not available.
Right. Yeah. I said it, I don't know, within the last week that we're nowhere near our best, but I think going into this game, we had a confident group based on how we have gotten through the last month and some of the things we're seeing on the field. I think the character of the group is very strong. And, that was evident when we were dealing with some challenging moments, throughout preseason. So when you see that behind the scenes and you see how guys deal with difficult situations, that gives me plenty of hope for, a high ceiling and expecting even more than what we saw tonight. So it's just one game, it's just one win, but it I think gives you an idea of what's to come.
Muchas gracias al director técnico Noonan por ser parte de la conferencia prensa post-juego de la CONCACAF Champions Cup. Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.